here with visual effects supervisor Stephane Ceretti, and we're going to talk about Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp. This, I have a feeling, is pretty much visual effects.
Pretty much. I mean, except for, so this is the scene where Hank finally dives towards the quantum realm. And on the way, he stops at that level, which we call the tardigrade level. I don't know if you remember the first film, but in the first film, we had some of these animals kind of floating by the camera, and I know Peyton always liked them, and he wanted to bring them back into the film, but feature them a little bit more. These things are tardigrades, and the very interesting thing is that most of the time when you see them, because they're very small, they're always photographed with an electronic microscope.
Right.
So they always look solid. They always look like very opaque. But the truth is, they are not opaque. They are super transparent, actually. Wow. When you photograph them with a real camera, not just an electronic microscope, they're really beautiful and transparent and translucent. We want it to be optical, you know, just talking with Peyton, we wanted it to look real and optical. So we did a lot of work and research on how they look like, how they move. So we had to do a very high detail model of it, and they're huge. That's the funny thing, is that they're super tiny, but we're small. I mean, Hank is smaller than they are, so they become these gigantic like whales. We shot Michael in the pod there. We are adding the bubble around it so we get all the reflections from the environment, and we had interactive light. You know, we knew the light would be pretty strong there. So
do those panels sort of push the light?
They push animated light so that we can play with the light, and we knew that there would be light and shadow and all these things. So we always kind of put a little bit of interactive light on our actors with these kind of scenes so that we can really have something rich in the end in the compositing.
So do you shoot this first, actually?
Well, yeah, we shoot this first. We had a previs, so we knew all the angles that we needed to have. We could show it to Michael. He would know roughly where to look at, what would happen around him. And then we shot the element. We do what we call a post-vis. This is a post-vis, so we're using the element that we've shot, and we're starting to lay out all the different animation elements that we're going to have in the shot. And then we start, you know, doing all that research on how things look and how the light works and the amount of atmosphere and all the optical kind of quality that we want to do to the shot. And we start compositing and rendering everything and putting them together.
Pick up Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp on digital now, as well as Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD October 16th.